Hello, hello, everybody. I don't even have my thing up right. How is everybody this Friday morning? Well, I'll ask that again when you guys get in here. Hello, Barbara. Hello, hello. Sorry, I was a little bit late. I got caught up in Sarah Love Crafts Live and was watching her design and completely lost track of time, so I'm a little bit late, but I hope that you will find what I shared today. Who's dead? Hello, Chris. You guys. Okay, I know that I said yesterday, oh, I pulled a lot of good stuff. Da 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 da. I went back yesterday and I went through one box of agate, and then did a quick sneaky peek into one of the 3 Botswana boxes. He had 5 other agate boxes. So I'm very excited because I'm going to get to bring you guys stuff that allows you to make jewelry without having to buy 20 strands or 5 strands or whatever else to get the look you want, whether it be with Heishi's or faceted beads, matte beads, round beads, rectangles, whatever. To buy a strand of each of those individually would be ridiculously expensive and would probably keep you from doing it. This is also a way that I think you guys can grow your stash. Just buy the different things, you guys, and then you'll have all of those shapes. None of them are meant to be one piece of jewelry. The kits are meant to be at least 2 or 3. But there's generally a focal, a secondary focal, some beads in various sizes and shapes, and stuff like that. Oh, gotta get this off my mat because it's not time for that part yet. So we will be going live tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm going to put up the description, or I'll put up the live for tomorrow morning shortly after this. I want to take a couple more pictures. Plus, if I have time, I do want to design with you guys. But I know shipping last time was a complete disaster. Your girl was a struggle bus. We have a new way. Hello, Beth. Thank you for being a treasure. Hi, Mary. Oh, did you? Yeah, I got caught up in it, but I was sitting there like, and then I look up. I'm sitting there doing a super chat for her, and I'm like, da, 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 da. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, crap. I gotta go. I hadn't even set up my cameras, nothing. Yeah, so that's why I was a minute or 2 late. But yes, hello, Caroline. Caroline, I'm sure I've asked you. Can you remind me which one it is? Hello, Dolly. Of course. So is it Caroline or Caroline? No, there is no I. Well, you have the Y there, so it could still be. With the spellings everybody's using lately, you never know what it's going to be, how it's pronounced, whatever else. So I like. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I go back and forth, as you very well know. So, alrighty, as I was saying, you guys, I've got some great stuff. I'm so excited. I wasn't even going to put hair and makeup on because you guys are going to be looking pretties on the mat all day. But then I was like, I need to show it for them too. You and the beads, they deserve the very best. So we're going to get started with some of the lower cost things to begin with. So there are going to be, well, we're not going over prices right now. I'm just showing you some of the focals and discussing what I will be pairing them with and everything else. So let's go down to my mat. And first things first, we are going to start with rose quartz. I have several different pieces. I have this beautiful like ruffle leaf. I call it that because it has like a ruffle on the side. And you guys are going to see other beads that go with this perfectly. I'll probably do it right after, before I close everything off my mat. But I have this leaf. I have this flower. And then I have some of the beautiful pieces that Tammy donated to me, which I so appreciate. One of them I did cut apart to make several because in one piece they didn't look as pretty as they do on their own. So there's a couple of links as well. So if you like one of the focals and want something up on the sides, this is the perfect place to do it. Okay, so these are not expensive. These are very inexpensive, mostly because I don't know if they've been dyed. So I don't want to charge you for their color when I don't know if they were dyed. Bernie did a dye test on some of the next ones coming up, and they're not dyed. So, and in fact, he said that they're Madagascar rose quartz, which is the deeper, darker pinks, like these two beauties. Do you see how much darker and richer the pink is? You can tell it's not dyed because of how rich the pink is. Look at that. They're beautiful. And I bought more Madagascar rose quartz to go with these because there was no way I was going to let you guys buy one of these. And then, not that these will look bad with them, but they're just, I just want you to have the best of the best. And this is set in sterling silver, as is this. They're gorgeous. And then, like I said, there was a necklace that I wasn't necessarily fond of put together, but here are the pieces of it. So these four are like, I didn't get it. There weren't like pairs. There weren't even beads that resembled each other on it. So, but you could easily get one of these and either use them for a bracelet like that, and then just go around. You could just put chain on this and call it done. Wow. Why have I not done that yet? That would be a beautiful bracelet, especially if you just put like a little 4 millimeter, maybe 6 at the most, and then do like half an inch of chain and then maybe one more and just leave chain along the back. It's beautiful. And you are, it's sterling silver set. So you would be able to do. This was the pendant. So you can see that's why it has the 2 loops. Though I didn't see these, I didn't like the way these were set out together. I love them separately. You can see there also the Madagascar rose quartz, not dyed. And then I have these 2 beauties that were originally earrings, but I love little dainty necklaces like this. Again, just like that bracelet, you grab one of these, and you put some chain on it, maybe just a couple of smaller rose quartz up, and you've got a beautiful necklace. Again, sterling silver set. So they're great. Oh, and I have this hexagon. This hexagon is not dyed, but you can still see that it's much lighter pink. But some people like that. I happen to love the dark tones, and then as well as the like frosty rose quartz. And in case I haven't already told you this, because it was new information to me, if you leave, Rosanna educated us, and she told us that if you leave these out in the sun, then they lose their color. But see, I'm a fan of the icy pink, where you can see my finger through the bead. I love these too. They still have pink. They're not reading crystal quartz or anything like that. You can still tell that they're rose quartz, but they're gorgeous. Now, I will obviously be pairing other beads to go with these. So just know that you're not just getting the pendants. I am going to put together little groupings for you guys so that, again, you guys have a variety of different shapes, sizes, and colors. Oh, I'm just going to leave one of these. I'm going to leave one of the darker ones and one of the lighter ones out before I go on to the next part. What did you do? I just dropped this in there. I don't know why. They have a bag. I also don't want the metal like scratching the rose quartz. Okay, so I'm going to leave those out. I will bag this. I'll bag this afterwards as I'm bagging it now. I apologize. I just wanted to get everything protected and put back up. Okay. Now, you guys, I'm going to give you a little fair warning. I am a total bead geek. Okay. I see beads that I love and then see them in a whole new way when going through the back boxes. So I can't wait. Wait, what did you say? Oh, thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. Okay, as I was saying, I totally wait. Where's the? I gotta find the vocals. Hold on. They were in their own bag. I thought they were. Did they get put someplace else? They may have gotten put. That's what's going on. I had them all out and was going to start making kits, and then I said, no, I don't want to have to open a whole bunch of bags to find them. Okay, am I crazy? Are there vocals in here? No, there's absolutely not. Okay. Girls going crazy, guys. I can't. I literally have the prettiest vocals that I've died to show you. Okay. Oh, is it fun? No. Yeah, those are there. What did I do with them? Here they are. Okay. The second, I thought these were just ovals, but the second I actually opened these, I was like, holy cow. Look at this picture, Jasper. You can see from the size that it's like wavy, but this is some of the lightest picture Jasper I've ever seen. I'm used to seeing like it all this darker color and sometimes even like an orangish color. With this one, these are the reason why it's called a picture. And I know some people aren't fans of you are coveting that leaf. I haven't put it together with the thing yet, Beth, but we can talk about that afterwards. So I have these, and then I have 2 strands of these beautiful twist barrels. So I got 2 strands of these to put with the focals. While these are a little darker, the dark is actually like a deep, rich brown, not the more orangey tone. So I love these. I think they're beautiful. I got some drops so that you guys could have earrings, or again, I generally sell these in sets of 3 so that you have earrings and maybe a necklace if you do have someone that likes really dainty items. And then, oh yeah, there's the other strand of these. I got 2 strands of these 4mm faceted beads. I got some hashies for you guys. And then I got 2 strands of these really pretty dainty. And I'll tell you that it's not, I couldn't put these with the picture jasper in my stash. Now, I will probably go and pull some stuff out of said stash and put together some less expensive kits, or sets, I guess. But I wanted you guys to see the beauty of these all together. And look, it goes perfectly with the rose quartz. The rose quartz goes great with these. So this is what I'm saying. If you were to buy a kit with a rose quartz kit and then buy a picture jasper kit, you could intermingle the two and have many, many, many pieces. And you would have all sizes and shapes from both of them to create the texture that you want. So yes. Oh, wait. Oh, you would like to buy it for Chris? Okay, we'll talk about it. Yes, Dorothy, I was bummed I was late, but I was glad I got to listen to the rest. Thank you for sharing the verse again with me. It was something that I talked about here yesterday about, state of mind, and you're the only one and stuff like that. But yes, you'll like it. I asked Maisha yesterday, anything you just want me to look at and look out for you? And she's like, I love all beads. I'm like, okay, great. So this is the picture jasper offering. They're very pretty. Ooh. So, okay. And now we can put the other rose quartz focals away because we're good. Okay, those go in there with that. Alrighty then. Okay, so up next, off the picture jasper, I'm going to show you guys, because I brought this out yesterday, and I showed it with like one of these pendants, the slab pendants, whatever that is. And I told you guys that I had stuff that I had larger beads that I would use as a focal because they're so expensive that unless you bougie and I don't know it and want to buy a bunch of them. So you miss rose quartz and picture jasper. That's as far as I got. So you just saw some of the picture jasper, but I had the rose quartz before that, and now I'm showing the charoite. And I know there are lots of people, if I'm mispronouncing it, I'm sorry. These are the higher, much more expensive quality charoite. It has black in it. It's beautiful. But I love this too. I have some even bigger chunks that my costs were $30 a piece that I haven't brought out. Because I haven't been able to find beads that would go with it because they're very dark purple and like steel gray and then glints of silver and black. So I want to find beads that are the same color. That's why I haven't created with them. But this with some chip beads would be more, would be less expensive than those together. I am going back and forth, so I'm going to hold this back or not. It's beautiful, and I want you guys to see it, but I want to do a little bit more shopping and see if I can't find rounds to go with it as well, not just the chip beads. So I'm going back and forth about that. But I mean, I'm not saying that I could just do this smaller, but you can put it through it with amethyst. This is I've heard it called lavender and pink amethyst. I wish people would just all get together and settle on one name for these gemstones. It drives me crazy, like the Indian agate or fancy jasper. One and the same. Like they don't even have the beads right. But I do have, if I can't find some more, this is what I was thinking of sending with the Charite. Because I have these big faceted onyx and then some smaller ones. And that would pull the black out, and you could even, I put it away prematurely. You could even just like put the slab either above or below it. And then I was thinking about doing 4 of them, so you have like a secondary focal and the other 2 for earrings. But like I said, I want to go on a little bit of a search for some more rounds. I did not have time to go through the box that contains the Charite yesterday. So that's what happened there. But I am putting out a list this evening. I don't want to, and we'll be doing, that's when I'll be going over. I'll send out, you'll know what's coming, everything else. Okay, up next is the black banded agate, you guys. Okay. Me too, Beth. Wait, what did she say? Right? Oh, goodness gracious. Of course you did. But guess what? You weren't the only one yesterday. Unbeknownst to you, I pulled out beads and focal for your birthday. So, ha ha. Anyways, you guys, I was going to do the black banded agate, and I found some small ovals, and I now realized I didn't bring any small ovals back, so I might have to go grab some. And I found this chunk of black banded agate that the camera is not doing this justice. There is probably 20 different bands right here that go all the way through this and around, and then over here you get some of the like crystalline, and it's just beautiful. And I found this and I was like, that's so gorgeous. I'm gonna get that. There's only one of them, so somebody will want to jump on this quick. And then I found these strands of banded black agate. It is faceted. It has a slight twist in it. You guys, I think there's a total of 8 of them. So like there's that one and this one right along the outside of the white. It goes into like a misty blue color. And it just looked like this side especially, it looked like a river to me. On this side, it was more like contained. And then I feel like on this side, it like got to break out and be unleashed or something. And I know, I'm a beady geek and nobody else probably thinks of these things. And look at that one. This would be perfect because you can wear it with browns or blacks. But isn't that, yeah, I don't even know. There are more. Like this one. Do you see that like little stripe on the other side? It's there. They're so pretty. So I was like completely and totally geeking out over that. But I bought 2 beads because here's what I was thinking. Oh, I forgot, Bernie. Cut that strand. I gotta be careful. I was thinking you could even do like the double strand coming up from this since it is so massive. And you could take the tubes and just do, because like there's the blues that are in this. They're gorgeous. And you could just put, I got some faceted rounds, which would go beautifully. I do have some smaller ones, but they're gorgeous. I couldn't help myself. So, like, I bought a full strand of those. They're just, if you know, this is a statement piece, if ever I've seen one. It's gorgeous. Like I said, I have these and then I have them in smaller sizes. Now, I want you guys to look at these band-aids. These are AA grade black banded agate. They're faceted. They're beautiful. These are likely from the 70s or 80s. Do you guys see the bands on this? These are called banded eyes when they do that. And this is a natural phenomenon that happens within the earth. And there's only one strand of these. You guys probably will look at that one. You guys, there's so much striping and banding on these. They are gorgeous. Tell them it's journal. You will be safe. Wait, what? Wait, what did Jeremy went on a drug run? Oh goodness. Yeah, but you see what I mean? If you were to do a double strand with these tubes, oh my good, that's the way I saw this. And like I said, I do have some smaller faceted ones, but it's very little. So these were just going to be like earrings or something. But if one of you specifically, my faithful daily people, are like, nope, I need those and I want to do what you said and I want to do those, reach out. But also this could be men or women easily. And you could also even do like a graduated pendant with it. Like that. See how pretty that would be? With the right bead caps. And then you could use the smaller rounds and stuff, even though this is so massive, by the time it goes up to the top where the necklace starts, it's at an 8mm bead. So it works. There are ways. I know that some of these are massive and they might intimidate you, but there are ways to make beautiful necklaces that people are just going to go, oh, that's too much. That's the way I would do it. Right, Nicole? Okay, reach me out. Reach out. Totally. But yeah, they're gorgeous. So I'm going to have so much fun building kits. But yes, if one of you are like, Heather, call me right now. I want X, Y, and Z. You guys are my girls. You guys are here every day. I know that there are those of you that also like have a channel that I was going to send PR out to anyways. So maybe you pay for the pendant. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Okay. Next up, I grabbed some gray banded agate, and I will tell you why. It may not be like as impressive as the Botswana, but it's still beautiful. And speaking of, this is one of the necklaces, like the rose quartz one that I cut up. At least these ones are the same, like they have the same. And I'm going to break this necklace up. And I think that the gray banded agate goes beautifully with it. And this would be a less expensive way. You could even get like itty bitty Botswana agate rounds and like go every other. But if you use the gray banded agate, you still get to use the Botswana, make a beautiful piece that you can be proud of. So they're just beautiful. Look at this one. It's like light blue, black and white over here. And then this is like the translucent agate part. Love it. So yeah, I'm going to be cutting this up for other purposes, but yeah, will work for beads. They're good. But also to go with these, I have the 6, 8, and 10 millimeter. I have some of these little rondelles that are they're faceted on the sides, but they are just like mostly the translucent part. And then I got these rondelles that have some of the blues in them. And you know your girl's going to be matching things up for each kit, just so you know. And then these awesome cube gray agate window beads, and they're actually drilled corner to corner. They're not like this, they're drilled this way, which I just love. They're so pretty. So I grabbed what he had left of those, as well as these gray banded agate rondelles. Like I said, I have some of them that are just like the more translucent, and then I have some that have colors. And because all the banded agates are together, there are several that both Birdie and I thought were actually Botswana. That's why I say when I make up these kits, your girl's gonna make them up right. You're gonna get beads that go together, that you would go into a bead shop and say, oh, if only I had this much money, I could I would buy this strand and this strand and this strand, because they would make a beautiful necklace all together. I'm trying to make that a possibility for you at a realistic cost. So I want you guys to be able to have that, even if you don't. I also put some white howlite in, because I think that kind of, even though the howlite is, you know, an inexpensive bead, it can help the gray banded agate not seem so moody. It brings a little bit of lightness. It pulls out the whites in it. So we have that. And then I have, in this bag is still the Madagascar rose quartz, and there are more of these guys. So, I also grabbed white jade that I thought would be beautiful with that as like little accent beads, but also for these next ones. I don't have any of the accompanying beads in here with me because I forgot to grab them, but no, your girl has them. But look at these sodalite pendants. Sometimes I think sodalite is like a misunderstood pendant, that everybody buys it because they can't afford lapis and whatnot. But look at this blue. It's so pretty. And he has more of these. So they are drilled side to side up at the top. They're not top to bottom. And I just love them. I will be pairing beads with these. Not to worry, I have them. I also, to go with the, I just almost dropped the white jade. Also to go with the gray banded agate. I did snatch some of these, which are Shakira agate or flowering agate. It could be in the cherry blossom family. But I grabbed these. These also are drilled at the top, side to side. But again, a more economical pendant outside of the sodalite or the black banded agate. These are nice. Will go great with the gray agate. They're just really pretty and I like them. I like them a lot. So let me see if I can compare. Okay, so the sodalite pendants are going to be about $10 a piece. For the teardrop agates, they are probably going to be, I don't know, 4 or 5. Which I'm not selling them separately. I don't want anybody to think that, but I'll probably keep a couple out of the kits just in case. But yeah. Oh, something got pulled out of here. Okay. And then I finally got out of that agate box to go to this agate box. You guys. These are faceted tubes. They're so pretty. There's so much striping and banding going on here. It's just, so I have those. I have some coin beads, possibly as like a bracelet focal or a secondary focal on a necklace. Oh, these are not coins. These are hearts. I actually have hearts in 3 different sizes, guys. I don't know why I keep thinking they're coin beads. Well, I do, but I don't. So I have those hearts. Let's see here. Where are the other ones? I don't want like to go out of order because I have like a thought process. I have these. So pretty. You could get one of these and put it with rose quartz. It would be an inexpensive way to put it together. But I have those. I have these beautiful drop beads, and they're a long drop bead, which are perfect for earrings. I have more smaller ones. I'm not quite sure where those ended up, but I have some of the twists just like I had in the, oh my God, picture Jasper. So I have those. Then I have for folk, oh wait. Again, I have teardrops for you guys, although these don't have any pink in them. They're still really pretty. But I got you covered when it comes to the pink. Okay, so these are called peanut beads. And there's a lot more of them. So if we end up liking them, I can always go back. Sorry, this was bought out of somebody's stash and it's like got a wire through it. Okay. So I have these. They're peanut beads. This one has a lot more red in it, which keep that in mind for a minute. This has a whole lot of banding right there. The V is so pretty. They're all drilled from at the top. Wait, is this one? Where is this one drilled? It's drilled right there. I'm crazy. But they're just so pretty, guys. And it's such a unique shape. Like, where else would you find these? So, yeah. Wait, what? Wait. What did I miss? Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm not quite, I will have to go back and read that all later, but yeah. So I've got the peanut beads that you can use as focals, but I'm going to pull out the first three that like started the whole thing. And that was these pink Botswana agates pendants. The striping on this one, like you've got the best of both worlds. You've got the flowering on the back and the tight banding on the front. Same with this one. You have the flowering, and then this one is just a lot calmer. Pink Botswana agate, and I just think it's pretty. It is drilled this way, which I wish it was drilled this way. I don't know. I'm weird. Sometimes I don't understand why they drill things the way they drill. But I showed you that one. And then I have this one that is like the translucent gray that we kind of know for. And, you know, if you're getting a pink one, I will try my hardest to make sure that they match up. But then, as soon as he pulled out the box, I found a bag of these. Hold those down now. Do you see the pink in these? I'm going to zoom in so that you can see better. Sorry. I did not want to go. Do you see the banding there, you guys? And I have it all the way to orange, which I happen to have some orange Botswana in my stash. I'm just not sure what it is. This one, you guys, it's just, again, why they drilled it this way, I don't know. I think it should be drilled this way, personally. But it's beautiful. It's got like little hints of pinks. So pretty. This one has some of the red. Look at this one, you guys. Like the darkest red and then a really light pink that kind of like ombres into the darker red. They're so pretty. And I was like, oh my gosh, the girls are going to love those. They're just, I don't know. And then just as we were closing up, I wasn't at a like round number on things. And so I pulled these out and I said, how much for this bag? And he gave me a very good deal. So I don't even have those on my sheet because it was literally as we were walking out. Okay, now as far as beads to go, oh, here are the tiny hearts. Here are the other hearts. This is what happens when. Okay, thank you. Here are the smaller hearts. So I have this size, this, oh, no, pick the wrong one. This size, and then I have the larger size. So I'll probably put together various different kits. I won't be just, it's not like going to be a one and done that way, because I don't think everybody's going to like everything. So that way I can give you more options. Yeah. And then to go with it, and these happen to be on here, so yeah, but that's okay. Here's some faceted pink Botswana agate that is, it gives like a pink zebra jasper, but it's not. It's Botswana. And then I got some rounds, and you guys, I almost bought him out. He only has 3 more strands of this and 2 more strands of this, and he has been trying to find more of it for over a year now. So even his own stash did not have 4mm beads. But you see, you've got the orange, so obviously I'm going to like pick and match things together, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I still have the pendants from last time that I can bring out, but Look at this red Botswana agate. So pretty. And then I happen to have, I'm not going to lie, this was a piece from my early days in jewelry making. And I took it apart and said, well, if nobody buys it, I'm going to recreate with this. I took a picture of it so I can put them side by side and see the growth I've made. But yeah, so those would definitely be going together considering they were put that way together. Jeez, yes, look at that one on them. I don't know which one you talked about, Beth, so we're going to have to talk after. All right, so that is the Botswana agate. I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Hopefully allowing everybody to have something that they love. That is my goal. And I don't know, I haven't done just pendants. Do you think I should? Okay, Nicole, we'll talk about it. Okay. I'm not sure when you were talking about, I didn't see that until afterward. Would you guys like for the pendants that I have quite a few of, would you guys want me to just do a pendant and not do the kits? I have done a few pendants and they haven't really gone over the best. So I wasn't sure if that was just, it was the wrong time of the month too. But yeah. All right. This, Dorothy? That would be fine. Okay, then I may do that again. I'll probably just put them out at the same time and they wouldn't come with anything other. You like the kits, Carol? I'm glad to hear that. I just know what it was like to watch design videos and see the people I was learning from have all these different sizes and shapes to create with. And it was very difficult for me to figure things out and to design the way that I wanted to until I had pretty much where I am now, where I've got so much in my stash that some of these pieces I'm destashing, and others are new to me beads as well. Sorry, I was thirsty. That was a lot of talking. And it's not over yet. So I think this is the last part though. Is it? Is it not? Oh. Okay, do I have any carnelian fans in the house? Right after this one, I'm going to go to oh, the red you like? All right, Dorothy, we'll talk. You guys, these I have never, and Bernie didn't even remember that he had these. He almost did not let me buy them. These are carnelian. The best way that I can explain this carnelian, because it's not coming across as the deep, rich orange red, is like the difference between an orange and a blood orange. That's the best way that I can describe these. These are all hand cut, so they're not perfectly round. They're not a specific shape. These are beyond vintage. Like he said, he thinks these might even be from the early 1900s. And because you just don't get to see these, but I think they're beautiful. I might pair these and make a kit out of them. I'm not exactly sure. All I can tell you is that they're stunning, and I may have squealed a little when I found them. So yeah. Okay, I can't see it. I know, aren't they? They are, you guys, I wish, like, do you see? This is one of the lighter ones. And I promise when you see them in person, they do not look black. They do not look brown. These are just that depth of red. I'm going to try to get some pictures in my light box and I'll post them because this camera just ain't doing them justice. They're beautiful. And I am excited to have them. So we started, oh wait, I can't go to the next one yet. Hold on 1 second. Then I have to find my drops still, but I did buy more of these. These again are something that are just about out. They probably will not be coming. These are becoming very difficult to find. So I have them all the way down at a 3 millimeter. These I believe are 25 millimeter. They're not 20 millimeter. These are some chip beads. These are some 6 millimeter browns. And then I got some, or maybe those are 4 millimeters. Oh, these ones might be, yeah, 4 millimeters. That's how these are labeled. Yep. This is another thing. Retail for these, $18. So at 75% off, that's just under $15 for this strand. And then these would be $5, $6 by themselves. Right there, you're already starting to get priced out, and you don't even have anything to make with them. The ones with the rubber bands on them are because I bought them out of them. So I bought the last of his coins. These are the last ones that he has. And they're just beautiful. These are called Green Moonstone, Green Angelite, Green. There was another one. I can't think. They've been called everything under the sun. I like the Green Moonlight or Moonstone. That's what I think of because it has all the same shimmer and chatoyancy, and the flashes and patterns that go through it reminds me a lot of that. So I have drops, gotta find them. I have 4, 6, and 8 millimeter rounds. I have the coin beads, and I have these large focal beads, which I think I have more than just 3, but I might only have 3. So some of these will probably be put into like a graduated strand with a coin bead or 2 at the center. Because I looked for focals for this and there wasn't any. So these like came on the market a couple years ago and then were so popular that things just sputtered out. So you like them, Chris? Yeah. Yeah. So your girl's going to be putting these together for you so that you can play with them. Maybe you got a like smaller focal from Sam and couldn't afford to get the beads to go with it. I will try to make it a reality for you this way. Okay, so we started with the rose quartz, and we're gonna end with amethyst. So I have these beautiful faceted amethyst, chevron amethyst focals that I love when there's like, I know this isn't called a diamond. Is it a hexagon? But it's not, I don't know. But at the center and then the facets come out of those. They're so pretty. So I got those. Those are the economical ones. If you're broke but love amethyst, please divert your eyes from the screen. I don't want to make you sad. Aren't these stunning? Yes, exactly. Oh, was I staticky? Is it better now? It was probably because I moved something across it. For some reason, it keeps going to the speaker of my my mat cam instead of through the through my laptop. So I will get that fixed. But yeah, there aren't a whole lot of these either, but they're so gorgeous. There's more than this. There's just not a lot more than that. And then I have some deeper, darker, faceted rounds that I thought would pair with these nicely. And then I was thinking maybe you pull out some pink amethyst to pop in between them. If I could figure out a way to center it and like make a halo of these, oh my God, can you even imagine? So if somebody can, I'd like you to, I'd like to hire you to do that for me with one of these. This is not like within my comfort zone or my design wheel. I've tried to do it a couple different times. It hasn't worked out, but I would love to have these as a halo around the center one. I think they'd be gorgeous. You can barely even see them because of how lightly colored they are. I have some other beads that are not faceted, like this, that are so polished, they're slippery. So I have those. And then I've seen a matte amethyst or two. I'm going to tell you right now, I was never a fan of it. But when I saw these, so this is the lavender amethyst that is matte. And then this is regular amethyst that is matte. They are so silky smooth when you run your hands over them. But I like these. I thought that they could be fun to pair with these focals, or you could put those just to have like a little bit of variation. It's completely up to you, obviously. And then I have this strand that I got from Randy, I believe, which is just some Hashis and citrine, quartz, and amethyst that I'm thinking about throwing some in with a couple just to see if people like it. I can always reconfigure it after the fact if it's not popular and swap it out to something else. That's what I like to do. If you guys don't see some, aren't like, oh my goodness, I have to have those kind of things, then that's what I want you to feel when you see my stuff. But yes, seriously, if I know, isn't it Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So many people, no. Yeah, no, not gonna lie, might have hurt feelings tomorrow. Oh, Chris. Yes, Georgina, yes, I would like it to go around it. I think that would be absolutely like, yes. Oh, you do like the Hashis? Okay, good. See, Nicole and I, see my girl and I, yes, the Hashis, the matte beads, these less expensive bopals, or just some of the rounds. See how dark that purple is up against the matte? So pretty. So much texture. But I know some people don't like to mix matte and facets. I know that some people aren't matte fans at all. Rosanna? Yes. These are all teasers. I would want more of them. I will not watch the live sale because I cannot buy anything because of the ridiculous shipping prices. That's not true. Ask Georgina. That's absolutely not true. That's not true. I will find the most economical shipping price for you. I do free shipping over on orders over $50. Obviously, if it's out of country, that goes up a little bit, but I will not let some stupid tariffs and all of that keep you from getting beautiful beads that you love. So that's not true. Georgina will tell you. Right? Georgina, I gotta have it. So I know it's international, but ask Georgina. I ship to her. She's just our neighbor to the north, but I do it. I'm sending out a package to Linda. She lives in Australia. I can't let things like that keep it from happening. I'm just too, if there's something you love and want to pay for, then obviously we're here. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. How did I not see this before? This is the charoite with either one of these would be beautiful. Like you put the oval up that way, and then this one, because it's drilled right there, it would be the other way. Put a round or another oval up top, like a smaller one of some kind. That would be really pretty. So yes. Okay, I'll figure it out for you, Mary. Absolutely. I will just take some arbitrary weights and I will put them in. So I will put them in via DHL, UPS, the post office, whatever, and I'll get you the very best price that I can. So I will play around with that today and get back to you. If we're not already friends on Facebook, send me a request. If you're not part of Beading Besties, the link is down below. You could contact me that way. By the way, I know I said it yesterday, but I want to reiterate it a couple times in case somebody misses it. There's talk about the group chats. There's talk about the group chats on Facebook being like going away, which makes me sad because the whole point of Beading Besties was that I wanted you guys to be able to find people in your local areas and or set up your own chat with people that you've gotten to know within Beading Besties, Bargain Bee Box, Gem Chat, wherever it was, and you guys want to talk. I am saddened. I'm not the only one. There are a lot of people that are kind of up in arms about it. So, and trying to keep that from happening. So I'm hopeful. If not, I want you guys to go in Messenger and set up a group chat in there. That's the best way to keep the same conversations going. Obviously, there's not going to be a group chat for every state. But if there are people you speak to within a state group chat, please go and make that on Messenger. I don't want you guys to lose that. I'm hoping that they will change their mind. But if they don't, then that's the best way to do it. You can also put up your own posts. I know some of you like to go down in the comments of other people's posts and like start going back and forth. Also, I want you guys posting. I want you guys. That's the whole point of it. We are there to lift you up, help you gain confidence within your design world. If there's anything that we can help you figure out, make better, whatever it is, you can put up a post saying, this is what I'm trying, it's not working for me, what do you think I should do? I still want you guys to have those because they're important. And I want you guys to know that your jewelry is beautiful and you're worth it. And any of you that create, I would love to have you on Beading Besties. You do not need to be a content creator. If all you can do is set up your phone on a tripod facing your face and talk to me that way and show off your designs within Beading Besties. If you've got an Etsy shop, Instagram shop, a shop on Facebook, if you're on Shopify, whichever way you are, there's another one like Whatnot. Any of those, you are welcome to share those within Beading Besties Facebook group. But if you would like it to possibly go out to more people that are going to see it in Beading Besties, then please come on and then we can introduce the world to you and help shine a light on your business so that you are able to continue to make beautiful jewelry. So I'll get off my soapbox now, but I love you girls and I hate that you guys might lose that. It really does make me very sad. Because that was the point. So when I started seeing that and then went and did research, they're basically saying, well, you can do that in Messenger, but you can't. You can, but you can't. It's not the same. It's much easier to go to Beading Besties, put a post there, jump into your state group chat, or if you've made a group chat with somebody else, jump in there, chat, go back and forth. This way, yes, you have to set up your own, and it's not hard. And if anybody would like me to go over how to do so, I will. I will also be doing an episode or a special edition, something or other, on a Sunday, probably maybe next Sunday. Not perfectly, I don't know yet, because we are leaving early Sunday morning to go to our daughter's house and see our grandbaby. Stephen will be home on Tuesday, but I'm staying till Thursday like evening. So I'm not 100% sure if that will be next Sunday, but I will literally be going through a website and I will be shopping the website and kind of showing you the easiest way to like see the beads or design when you're on a website and it's 2D and not 3D and you're not sure, is this going to look good with that? And I have some tips and tricks to help you do that, so that shopping online becomes easier for you. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I got to get to making kits for tomorrow. But I look forward to seeing you then. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a great weekend. And until next time, happy beading.